Arlyn is on the brink of upheaval. For centuries, the clan struggled against giants until 400 years ago, new dragons crossed the Great Sea, forcing them to unite and build the 10 Bastions. As the threat faded, the clans fractured into the 10 Kingdoms, and all but the last Bastion were abandoned. As ancient calamities stir and darkness rises in the east, my 4 champions must rise up to unite the kingdoms, restore the Bastions, uncover their secrets, and stand against this darkness as a declaration of war.
Calagon Dör. I will discover the secrets of my lineage and cement my legacy as one of the greatest adventurers of all time.
Cleave still in here. The migration of the dragons forced the migration of peoples and beasts, which brings death. We're all invasive species now. I won't let us become extinct ones.
The name's Rodrick Elwood, the voice of this generation, and the greatest performer in Aurora. Oh, and you should see me with a bow.
And I, Arlyn Dursalai, searching for my father's sword, Trident, to bring justice to these lands. Together, we are the 4 Horsemen.
And this is Divine Inspiration.
Hello and welcome, beautiful people. My name is Tristan and I'll be your DM. Now, we have all gathered for a grand old time, so why don't you guys go ahead and get comfortable, gather around, and enjoy as we tell stories of legend by Divine Inspiration. Now, last week we left off, our heroes had wandered through these ancient ruins and found themselves face to face with an unusual mural depicting 4 ancient primordial beings. Beasts, monsters, dragons, and of course, the ever-dangerous elementals. Each one of these has some sort of tie to one of our heroes, along with, in the center of the mural, humans, seemingly depicted somewhat above the rest. As each laid to rest, our heroes started to feel glimmers of their own power at work as each started to undergo transformations all their own. One with lightning, another with fire, and so on and so forth, as each of them came to their own and now are starting to fully flesh out what it is to take on the power of this dragon that they've been blessed with. Now, as everybody was resting up and enjoying themselves, having left for a time outside the cave, they came back to a rushing water. And our friend Calagon found himself face to face with abnormally large tentacles just flying his way through the water. That is where we'll pick up today.
Oh crap. I'm gonna try to dive down and because I should be somewhat close to the entrance, I'm gonna try to dive down and swim out of the cave.
Okay. So are you just like heading right back up to where everybody else was?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
I came in, took a peek, and I'm not happy with what I saw.
As you swim on over for a second, you dive down and you peek up, and as you see these tentacles, you just dart back. You can see that some of the ruins haven't been overtaken just yet, as the balcony spaces overhead are still completely dry and cleared from any sense of this kind of flooding that's gone on inside. You start to swim back, and you're met right at the entryway with Cleave, who seems to be running over and shouting something towards these creatures beyond you. As Cleave, you can also see the thrashing of tentacles behind him.
But when I speak, it's irregular, right? It's like they can understand it?
As far like the party members? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm swimming, right?
Yeah, and so you swim back, and you're able to meet ground as you start running back up.
Yeah, go back, Cleave. Go.
You look a little frantic, and maybe that elevates how I'm feeling. But before that, my yelling is not frantic. It's just like, look at you, Buttes.
No.
Look at you.
Go back.
All right. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Guys,
Do they say anything back?
we can't go that way.
What do you mean?
What was that?
That I went in. It's filling up, and there's a ginormous tentacle
Gorgeous,
monster.
beautiful.
No,
just
came after me. It was trying to get me.
Oh yeah.
And-
Would imagine 8 arms for a hug.
And I don't like water.
That's a hug I'd rather not have.
So I think we gotta find another way.
Was there another way down? Maybe completely.
It was all filling up. All of the archways that we could escape from were full. Like, if we go back, it's probably gonna be completely submerged.
Or something tells me it swims faster than us.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe I got out of there.
Most definitely.
Why were you running in, Cleave?
I wanted to go say hi. Say hello.
Do you think?
See what they're about.
Do you think if it begins to submerge, that the water will raise and soon start billowing over the cliff, maybe taking the creature with it?
Are you really going
Perhaps.
to wait until the water is that high?
I'm not sure. I've been waiting for a long time already.
Yes, me too.
I would rather face it on my terms, on my land.
Yes, that's right. Same here. Not when everything is overtook by the water.
As you all say this, you see the tentacles start to wrap
Oh,
around
there
the
it is.
stairwell.
Oh my
These massive things stretching 5-10 feet deep, almost as though they're reaching towards you all in this open room.
Have we considered extincting it?
I think this might be
Wait,
our
okay,
first
give
fight.
Give it a moment. Just give it a... We've met a lot of giant animals here, and none of them have hurt us.
Go talk
This
to
one
it, Cleave.
seems like it wants to hurt us. And I
Why?
take out my sword.
Does it seem like it wants to hurt us?
Yes.
Make an insight check.
An insight check on the tentacle monster.
I would say
True, I have that too.
it does start to reveal itself slowly but surely as the tentacles start to slap around, and you eventually see these small black eyes appear just at the kind of horizon here, if you will.
12.
12. It's not hard to tell that these
Good
tentacles
nice.
are slapping around and that the eyes are singularly focused on not Calagon, surprisingly, but you. As they continue to thrash about towards you, they seem violent.
Ah, okay. You are a beaut. But we aren't food. We could have some for you.
The bug.
Try this. I have my little good berry.
Good berry.
This will fill you all day.
What about the bug?
Are you gonna like walk up to it and
I'm gonna come kind of close and then try to pop it. You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh,
You know what
Cleave,
I'm
no.
gonna do?
Let's say here. Yeah, you
I'm gonna put
tell me, show me exactly
put
how
it-
far you
no.
want to be
I'm
from
gonna
these
put
creatures.
it as far as whatever water I can get, and I'm gonna shape that water towards myself, and I'm gonna float the good berry
Ah,
on the
nice.
shaped water right
Ah.
into its mouth, if it allows it.
Very Polynesian animated movie of you.
Yeah. Here we are. Just enjoy that. Trust me, you will feel just fine. Won't be a bit hungry.
You watch as he kind of reaches his hand out, without using his own hands any longer. The water almost extends into a tentacle all its own to meet his grasp as it takes this small berry from him, and it starts to pull it outward into this just.
And I start doing like arm waves. That's how I do the waves of the water. It follows my.
You know, technically, it did want to eat you, and you did kind of give him one of your fingers. Did that not grow out of your hand?
Sometimes you just gotta talk. You know, you figure it out. They're
just-
hungry. I
As
get
it
hungry
just
too.
slaps at the little water tendril.
I think we gotta take care of this, Cleave.
I
You could
think
just
so.
walk away. We don't have to kill every animal you see that's
Wait,
hungry.
did it eat it? Did you see it eat it?
It definitely did not eat it.
It did not eat it.
It does not seem pleased.
What if we can force it
Serious.
down its throat?
Is
Guys,
there any indication
you're
that it
wasting
understands
time.
me?
I have an
what?
idea.
That it
I
understands me?
think we are
Any
wasting
indicators?
time. You are
Not
right,
that you can
Calagon.
tell currently.
Well, let's just take a few steps back. It is not happy. I just wanted to double check.
Cleave, as long as we get your permission to fight it, I think we're ready.
Do we really
I'm
need
gonna-
Cleave's
I'm gonna put-
permission
I'm gonna
to
put my
not
hand-
die?
We are a team, Arlyn.
Isn't there like a door behind us or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on Cleave and say, we're gonna be seeing a lot of this in the future. This might be the first step to what we are gonna see.
If I see a lot of those in the future, I'll be just fine killing one. I'm just saying this is the only one I've seen, and what if it's the only one?
Then I'm okay extincting it.
Why?
Because it's about to extinct us!
Nah, this way.
I'm the only one.
Is it getting closer?
the water is still rising, and so as it does, you're noticing it inching closer and closer.
Guys, if we're not gonna fight this thing, we gotta get out of here.
Wait, one more thing. One more.
Go where? Off the cliff?
Arlyn,
Outside, at least.
Can I make a point?
You have the clue.
There's one of him. There's 4 of us. We're the only us that's ever been and ever will.
He has
That's 4 times
multiple
more instinct
tentacles.
versus one.
One for each of, 2 for each of us, probably.
You should write that down. That was pretty good.
That I have to not let us get extinct.
I see that.
I'm gonna pull out my bow.
Wow, okay.
And I have my sword in hand.
And I'm just looking at Cleave because I know he's not gonna be happy
I pull
about
out my
this.
shield, but I'm like, there's a door right there.
Where does the door lead? Do we know?
Is it where it
Outside.
came from?
Yeah,
On the
that's back
cliff?
to where you guys came from on the cliff.
There's no way out
Get off
there.
the big side. It's gonna follow the water. It's gonna move through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can all just do the jump thing that we were all able to do.
The jump thing.
Off
we
the
jump-
cliff?
What if it takes us
Well, you
with
jump
it?
and then
It has
doesn't hurt when you
tentacles.
fall. I saw you do it. I saw you do it. I can do it.
Yes. But do we know how many times we can do it?
Yes, that is also a good point.
Do you
This
feel
is
like
a
you
lot
can
of talking while there's a monster right in front of us, guys.
I look back.
do it? Step back as we're talking.
You can definitely tell that you feel energized enough that you have a pretty good bearing on, like, okay, I think I can do this again,
Okay.
if need be.
And I know that I cannot.
Men, I think we would die.
And I kind of agree. I am not one for cliff jumping. I'd like my feet on the ground.
What do you want from me? Just
Incredible.
I told you the last time.
So good.
You want some 8 hours real quick?
You just might. You get slapped around by a tentacle enough. You guys slept just before getting powers officially,
Right, we
and then
did.
you
Yeah.
guys hopped around on a cliffside for a little while.
Lovely. Lovely.
We wasted a lot of hopping around on the cliffside.
Yes, we did. Yes, this totally treated this like Minecraft.
Okay. Please. I am willing to work with you because you look sad. Okay? And my biggest thing is I want everyone to be happy.
That's quite impossible, but okay.
Oh, it's not impossible. Have you met me? I make everyone happy. So, Boo,
That's what he does in games.
Touche.
if you give me a solution, just one viable solution, a little better than fighting it,
We're running out of time, guys.
think, please.
Oh,
Wait, so behind him, really fast, out of game. Behind
it
us is
moved
literally
closer.
Behind us is literally the
cliffside.
So there's just only 2 doors. One in front of us is where it's leading to, and behind us is like the cliff.
The water's filling up,
Basically, yeah.
and then the
so
cliff
if you
behind
see down here, there's kind of that smaller portcullis that leads out towards that cliff face where you met the dragon, and then in front of you is the archway that leads back towards the fountain where you guys haven't even fully explored this floor, and
Yep.
you know that you guys came from below.
I wanted to
Do
explore.
I see the tentacles like coming to try to grab us?
They're definitely getting close and trying their
to grab
best,
us.
and they're about 5-10 feet away from you guys as they are.
I'm gonna turn to Cleave.
Oh, I grab my sword.
I'm gonna look at Arlyn and I'm gonna nod.
In response,
doing this?
As a response to him, I shrug wordlessly, and then I freeze 5 feet of the water around one of its tentacles.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'll just begin the fight with you. I'm just like, you're right.
Is this so? This is what? Shake water?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And there shouldn't be any direct anything, right? So
Oh, I can't. Sorry, provided there are no creatures in it. So I'm just gonna 5-foot cube in front of it or whatever, or all the water that's going in front of it.
Ooh,
Just
this
like
is kind of an interesting one.
Obstruct it.
I'm gonna say make just a general dexterity check to try to kind of like match it timing wise as it's kind of like ebbing and flowing with the water.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've been rolling so well for this game so far, and now I had to face reality eventually. That's gonna be
You know, this isn't a move I saw you do.
a 3.
A 3. Wonderful. All right. So, as you kind of start to feel this power surging through you, you reach out your hand and you watch as frost starts to crystallize on top of this water, and as it starts to thicken and grow, you watch as the tentacle just effortlessly just swats its way through it and starts to slap its way up for the first time onto the dry ground.
It's so exciting that I could do that, but I should look next time.
All right.
So, go ahead.
Are we in
It wasn't
initiative
clear,
or
I'm
are
in.
we doing this?
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, let's for initiative for the first time.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh, wait. Actually. Sorry. No, 19.
Okay.
8.
7.
All right.
14.
All right. So Calagon 19, Cleave 7, Rodrick 8, and Arlyn 14.
14.
Alrighty. Perfect. With that,
All right.
Calagon.
After I look at Arlyn and nod my head,
Let's
and I
do it.
watch Cleave do the magic, as soon as that first tentacle hits the ground, I'm gonna take my freaking staff and do firebolt right straight at the tentacle. I'm just trying to knock off one of the tentacles.
Alrighty.
This is exciting. It's the first time I'm attacking a creature with my staff, right?
Firebolt.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's right.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
13.
13. Yes, a 13 definitely hits.
Firebolt. And that'll be a 7
7. Okay.
towards just the tentacle.
So you watch as this thing kind of thrashes its tentacle out towards you, as this thing starts to almost like prep itself to leap, it looks like. And as it kind of pulls itself back, one of the tentacles kind of pressed onto the ground, suctioned there. Suddenly, and you watch as it kind of curls up instinctively from the heat as the flame just peels it back away from you and it reels back into the water. Arlyn, followed by Rodrick.
That felt good. That's what I'm gonna say after.
Arlyn, what you got?
All right. So I am going to walk right up to him. Let me move. 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see if there's anything fancy that I have now that I have powers. But there's not, because I'm level 1. So I'm swinging my sword with all I got. Let's go. All right. Let's see. 21.
21.
Let's go.
With ease. There seems to be a second tentacle still stuck there as the rest of the body is kind of peeled back towards that right side. You notice it still there, and you go in for one final cut on that tentacle. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. That is going to be...
I'll pick that up. That's gonna be delicious later.
Let's see. He's so dual. I think that's a 7.
7?
These dice are confusing.
Alrighty.
Hold on. That's 9.
9. Okay.
9 damage.
Fantastic. As you chop
Yes,
away, you
7.
notice a good portion of the tip of this tentacle actually lops clean off. And it starts to kind of wriggle around as it does its thing all its own, completely disjointed from the rest of the body.
Perfect.
Calamari.
Rodrick?
Rodrick. What can you do?
I can speak.
Yes.
Yes, we know
That's
that.
what I was saying.
Can I try it? Little too late for
Please.
that. I'm gonna walk up to it and I'm gonna say,
Walk.
"Hey there, Mr. Octopus.
Can I translate the whole time? Hey, there, Mr. Octopus.
I should have thought of it on my way here." And he has to succeed on a Wisdom 13 saving throw.
Which he absolutely does not.
All right.
Or
Perfect.
she.
He falls into hideous laughter.
What just happened?
Well, alrighty then.
So he is now incapacitated, unable to stand up.
Too bad it doesn't stand.
Yeah, well.
How
He's like, huh?
interesting.
That is intense.
Let me see something.
Does that mean it sinks?
Ah, unfortunately, as you
Is it
do so,
too dumb?
this creature seems completely unfazed by your words,
Oh man.
as it does in fact have an
Wow.
intelligence of 4 or lower.
Oh, wonderful.
Well,
Sick.
now it looks
Awesome.
like you have an intelligence of 4. Laura, you just walked up to a giant squid and talked to it.
That'll be all. I'll turn around and run
He
the
doesn't
other way.
remember the rest of
You
it.
say you're gonna turn around
Just
and
give him
what?
a moment.
And run the other way.
Run the other way? How far back?
I'm gonna run to about Rocktown.
Right there? Okay, perfect.
And I'm
Alrighty.
gonna pull out my bow.
Nice. Alright, Cleave?
I'm gonna start getting close and trying to lure it to like one side or the other of the cave. And in the event that I see it swing to attack anybody, then I'll swing my club. I'll hold that.
Okay. So you're just gonna hold your action?
Yeah, but I'm just kind of moving to one side of it, yeah. And then hold
Alrighty.
on for a slap. Oh wait, no, it's already in. I forgot because he came up to it. Arlyn's already there, right?
Yeah, Arlen's definitely like pressed right up on it
Yep.
still.
I'm gonna go bonk it right in the squishy skull his head.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Try it.
I still love animals. I'm sorry,
Goes in for a very powerful bonk.
but I will eat you.
Go ahead and roll.
Even though I'm not hungry, if you would know about that if you would just whatever. So, this is a. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Hold on a second. 15.
15, yeah, 15 definitely bonks the mess out of this thing.
Dude,
I
Beautiful.
bonked the mess
Doing
out of
pretty
it.
good.
Nice. Voila.
We need like a splat with it. Like,
That's gonna be a total of 2 bludgeoning damage.
2 bludgeoning. All right.
I like to imagine it makes that sound. Bonk. Not even clunk. That's too much skull.
As you guys start to burn, chop, and bonk away at
And a
this
little
thing,
squish.
Arlyn and Cleave pressed right up against it currently. Watch as this thing reaches a tentacle out
Oh no.
and starts to try to wrap itself around Cleave.
Yeah.
No.
That's not good.
I wish you were correct with a natural 1. As this thing slides its way back right as you smack it right on top of the head, and it goes reeling again, and just kind of
Just sort of like
just falls back.
repel it with my stick.
Man, you guys are definitely messing this thing up pretty
I hit him with this.
Yeah.
good. So we're gonna go ahead and start back at the top with Calagon, followed by Arlyn.
I'm gonna see Cleave do his thing and just be so proud of him, because that is not who he is. I've never seen him do that before. So I'm gonna go for another tentacle. I'd like to go for one that's closest to Cleave, to possibly protect him from any other hits.
Okay.
Or maybe the one that just tried to hit him, I guess, would be.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So and I'm gonna try again, Firebolt.
Okay.
Is Firebolt fire or is it light?
It's fire. Sorry, 6.
6. As you go to fire off your firebolt, it's right as it starts to just kind of retract its tendril, and this tentacle just flies back into the water, and you watch this steam hits off the top of the water.
My first
oh
miss.
no.
It's my first miss, everybody.
That's all right, Calagon.
Yep, that's all I'm doing.
So I see that happen, and I immediately turn next to me to Cleave to try and attack the tentacle that is closest to him.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to swing my sword. 15.
15, yeah, with ease, yet again. This thing just kind of barely showing itself again. You notice the same one that you chopped away at a second ago, still kind of slowly worming its way back to you, surprisingly. This thing seems just bent on getting you guys to it for whatever reason.
Perfect.
How much?
4 damage.
4 damage, nice, okay. Very good. Just making a nice little, like, calamari steak here.
That's right.
Just a nice
That's right.
chunk off of that same tentacle. Alright,
Yeah, I'm doing this
Rodrick with
one-handed
Cleave on
because I
deck.
have my shield on me as well.
Nice. Alright, Rodrick, what you got, buddy?
All right. I'm gonna pull back my bow. I should probably do it. And I pick up my bow, and I pull it back, and shoot. 8 to hit.
8's a hit. As it kind of hits just off of the hardened stone just below the water's surface.
Oh no.
Oh, good for nothing. Maybe Calagon is better than Calagon. You're better than me.
Inspiration.
Incredible.
I pause mid flailing with these tentacles and I look back and I'm like, that first thing isn't true. The second one is, but the first one's not.
Like, Rodrick, I just missed 2. Let's keep going. We're almost done.
Love it.
Alrighty. Cleave, you're up. Followed by this giant octopus thing.
I holster my club back here again, and I take one my now 6th good berry that I've attempted to use. The other one I'm assuming just washed away somewhere, and I just jump on this thing's head and attempt to force feed it. I go right for it.
Wow.
And
What are you
athletics
doing?
check.
Wow.
I'll tell you,
Athletics.
make athletics or acrobatics. I'll give you the choice on this
Feel like
one.
I think it was the same for me. Yeah.
He just.
Let's say here, tell you what. Why aren't they like? Oh, there you go. Yeah. 12.
Nice. Yeah, I was considering. I was like, maybe that should be a disadvantage. No, this thing's mouth is wide open as you jump at it, and it really goes to try to just take a bite out of you.
Yeah,
and
you do.
reaching in the last second, you kind of bounce back and fling a good berry to the back of its ginormous throat, and seemingly completely unaffected. This thing just continues on its way towards you for a moment.
Here you
my
are.
goodness.
Now I'll leave you alone, and I'll on his head.
So absurd. I go, Cleave, what are you doing?
He's just getting the
Feeding
taste
it
back.
like it wants.
Very nice.
I love it.
All right, with that nice little extra wet kiss,
Ew.
you feel as from below around your leg as you kind of grab up to it. This time, a 24 to hit.
That's different.
Okay.
On who? Probably me. Probably me.
Yeah, to Cleave.
Yes, that hits for sure.
Wow, incredible. That's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Oh.
9.
Oh
9
no.
points
Oh my
of
gosh.
bludgeoning damage.
Just eat a berry. Gosh.
Cleave, are you okay?
No. Yes, but no. Hurt.
Cleave, do you have another one of those berries?
Yeah.
Can I have one?
Yeah, but I should eat one.
Well, is that the only one you have left?
Nah, I got 4 more. Here we go.
Can you toss it?
Yeah, I'll throw that to you whenever you're
All
ready.
right. While they're still going through their initiative, I'm just gonna start preparing to tie my berry to the tip, like, of my arrow.
Wow.
Interesting. So you're not just gonna like stab it in. You're gonna try to like
Nah,
tie
I'm
it up
gonna
somehow?
stab it in. I'm an idiot.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be too easy then.
I figured until the arrow was too thick and it would just kind of like slice right through it.
I mean, as long as you're careful about the berry placement, generally speaking, you should
Alright,
be
There
fine.
you go.
No,
Perfect.
no huge issues being, pretty close to this thing. Yeah, Calagon, you watch as this thing just slaps Cleave up, and just wrapping itself around his leg, you see this monstrous tentacle reach back and from behind smack him in the back and pull him almost like closer towards his mouth now.
And I do look dizzy. I look like...
You are currently grappled,
Rough.
Cleave.
Nice.
As Calagon, you're up.
Man,
Did I get suction cupped?
Yep.
Ah.
that's gonna hurt. Watching Cleave get hurt like that. I don't show him a lot of love, but I really don't like that. So he's holding him with 2 tentacles, is what you're saying?
He's got one tentacle like wrapped around his leg and like pressed on his back.
Okay.
And
I
remember,
am going to.
You're feeling very inspired right now.
I'm gonna go with magic missile,
Okay, nice.
and I'm going to shoot 3 glowing darts of magical force at
Perfect.
separate each tentacle that's restraining him or doing whatever towards him. All right, that's 1d4, and then what is this? Is this for attack roll?
You can use it. I think you
I don't
can
think I
use
can
it
use it
for
for
attack or damage,
Is
right?
it attack or
The inspiration roll, you could add it to
is that
anything.
ability score modifier? Is that for attacks or I don't
Here, let me check.
think. Let me double. Yeah, as you say. Let's see.
You can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
saving throw.
so-
Okay, so just not the damage.
So not the damage.
Luckily, you don't need
Okay.
that currently. As feeling
Yep.
inspired by just seeing the pain on your friend's face, it seems like the power that shoots forth from your staff seems to find its way to this creature on its own.
I got a 5, 5, and a 2.
High five and a
Wow.
2. Nice.
That's solid.
Okay.
Solid.
This thing just pulses back as you see now this light trickling of blood streaming down from the tentacles as well as the face where one of the bolts seems to have hit it. And Cleave, you feel this slow and steady release as you just feel the like of the suction cups kind of
Oh, nice.
peeling off your back.
After I do that, I'm gonna yell at Arlyn. Arlyn, get him!
Yes. Yes. I am going to swing my sword one more time.
Very nice.
Sing!
As you look down, you see that for whatever reason, the open wound seems to have closed up strangely fast as that flattened
What?
tentacle was just kind of almost scabbing over already.
This isn't working.
Is he?
I did swing though.
Is he growing a new one, or is it
would you-
scabbing over?
It's just scabbing
20.
over.
Okay.
20? Yeah, that hits.
Perfect. 6 damage.
6 damage, very nice. Yeah, this thing is, it's looking pretty rough now as you guys continue to chop away further and further at its limbs. But it's clearly not out of the fight yet as it continues forward violently, strangely focused on Cleave alone at
What?
this point.
Huh.
Rodrick.
I'm gonna kind of shake off my fear, and I'm gonna start walking towards it again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stand right in the center, right there. And I want it to growl at me, so I'm just gonna look at it right in the eyes and go. Does it growl back?
Let's find out. Does it growl back? It's not quite as wide as you'd expect with having... Actually, you know what? Okay, tell me this. How close do you want to be to it?
I am about 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. Yeah, still just pulled back from the pain of everything that it's just encountered, especially from Arlyn and Calagon here. You see that it's kind of still pressed back, and its eyes kind of veer from Cleave for just a moment to train themselves on you as they just pull back and steer their focus back on Cleave.
Is his mouth open?
It is not currently that you can see.
Okay. If you won't open it, I'll go through it. And I pull back my bow and I aim for its mouth.
Nice.
Please don't make me look dumb. 24.
Oh!
24. Yeah, that most certainly hits. You tried the verbal route, but obviously the people as they know, should see you with a bow.
9 damage.
9 damage. Alrighty.
The max
Let's go.
damage I can deal with.
Dang, okay. Good,
Yeah.
good turn.
Pretty darn good.
Did I get the good berry in its mouth?
You did not quite reach the good berry in its mouth, as it doesn't seem to be there. However, you do catch it right as it starts to open its mouth again and swallowing that arrow as it... You start to hear these weird gurgling noises coming from deep within its throat, seemingly, and watch still as it starts to finally peel back a little bit in what you can only assume is fear or some other form of self-preservation.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's right. You better get back to where you came from. This is my land. My land. Right, back me up.
Oh, he said this is his land, but you haven't been listening to me, but you know
I think
what
he
I'm
was here first before we were.
This is
don't know whose
my
land
land.
this is.
I dominate here. Is he still
He
running
rules
away?
in this domain.
He is slowly pulling back away from you all as Cleave, you're up.
It's about time you figured out that you don't whoop the hand that feeds you. Start walking away.
Whoop the hand.
Whoop the hands up, feet.
And I disengage. If any tentacles reach out to me, I'm just smacking. Like, no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
as they absolutely will still, despite it starting
I'm
to run from
disengaging.
you.
I'm doing
As I see it attacking Cleave one more time, I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs,
Wow.
which is just you gotta re-roll an attack roll and pick
Yeah,
the lower one.
yeah, no problem. I'll say hold off on that one
Yep.
just because as you go to do so and you jump in your friend's defense, you watch as this thing reaches out one final time as it kind of like reaches one tentacle out towards him, yet its body pulling away. It seems to almost pull itself to the edge of its reach as the very tip, he just kind of looks back and slaps it one final time
No.
and starts walking off.
And I walk to the side of the room just in case it does decide to come at me. At least it'll be out the way.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so I get all intense and then go back to normal.
With that, it starts to slowly fade below the waters. Arlyn, you do get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I most definitely will. So I swing my sword. And it is an 18.
18 hits?
Man, I
Yeah,
roller
not killing it.
today. That's rare.
Alrighty.
10 damage.
10 damage. Sheesh. Alrighty. One final stab. You stab down at it as you kind of reach back in towards it. And with that tentacle having reached towards Cleave, you stab deep into the meat of this large creature. And as it pulls away, it seems to almost pull itself back, splitting its own tentacle in here.
I'm still gonna eat that.
Yes, dude.
And just littering this once all blue glowing water now. You see it deepen as it turns to a dark shade of purple instead. And the thing you can tell as it screeches just crawling away, slowly fading underneath the water,
Which is still rising.
which is still slowly and steadily rising towards you all.
Are we out of initiative?
You are currently out of initiative.
We did it.
That
I
was
want
amazing.
to freeze each of the 2 pieces of tentacle that fell off into big blocks of frozen for later food.
Okay. As
How are
you
we
do so,
gonna
you
carry a giant
freeze those two,
calamari?
and you can see that
Okay.
floating in the water to the far side of the room is those large chains that you had previously found with you. And so you look at them and you realize you have some very, very large chains and 2 now very large blocks of meat.
Are they that big?
They're pretty big.
Oh, this is gonna be great. We're gonna feast
That final
like he
steak
wanted to.
was this big
Yeah.
around as Arlyn chopped one clean just chunk off of this thing.
Ah, that's the law of nature.
That was impressive,
How it
Arlyn.
is.
Well, we do what we need to do to survive.
Hey, do we still need to get these chains to somewhere? I feel like we were supposed to bring them somewhere in the temple. I don't know. It's all flooding now, but
If I remember carefully, I would have assumed it would have been connected to maybe part of the murals that were downstairs, but I don't think there's a way down there anymore.
I can't breathe underwater. How are we gonna get
Yes,
there?
me neither. I honestly do not know. Maybe there's something here that will lower the waters. If something caused the waters to rise, maybe there's something that causes them to drain.
You do remember having poured water into a few different places, including that kind of circular gem that you guys found previously. Pouring water onto that over top the that stone heart that you found
Yes.
seemed to be what caused the waters to rise so rapidly originally, allowing you guys to make your way up to this floor.
So maybe we swim back down, right? Now check this out.
Well, the
Erendor gave me the ability to do this. I don't know if you all can do it or not.
And I do my wave again. And I start shaping the water around, and I make like a small dry spot on the ground.
can you do that much bigger than that?
And
Not
for-
very big,
and
but
for how
if
long?
we could get to where the water's touching the crystal, perhaps I could get the water off it.
Well, this is the problem. Is I don't know about you guys, but when we first got sent up here, I tried swimming back down. The only way was up.
I can make it stream in a certain direction.
So you can push us.
At least enough for one person. Yeah, maybe two if we like hug.
Who here can
But
hold
how
their breath the
far?
longest?
For how long?
We need to. Somebody has to have been the most accustomed to water here.
I could go for it. If you
I
all
hate water.
wanted to wait.
You hate water.
Hate it.
Can you do that all of the time with the
Yeah.
water?
It's just something I feel in tune with now. The
What
water
if-
and the air.
Huh. What if, as you swim down, you consistently move the water out of your facial area so you can breathe?
Do you think that'd be possible? Can I try it for a second?
You
Dunk
can
my head in the water.
absolutely try, yeah, for sure.
All right, I dunk my head in the water and I start doing this while I'm under there.
Nice. So you do so. You start to push away, and slowly doing so, it seems pretty comfortable as you get your body closer and closer. And as you do so, you seem to forget that you're pressing from one direction, yet the water starts pouring back in from behind you as water starts to fill your lungs.
Okay.
No.
Well, it was worth a try.
But I can hold my breath for like 4 minutes.
Can you really? How do we know how long we can hold our breath?
Constitution mod +1, I believe, for the amount of minutes, minimum of 30 seconds.
+1.
Oh, minimum of 30 seconds. Then okay, then it's probably not +1. It's
So
okay.
It's +1.
Maybe.
That's how
One
many
plus your
minutes?
Constitution modifier
Yeah.
for how long you can hold your breath. Yes.
So that's 2 minutes
Because
for
if you
me.
have a minus, then it would still be at least.
I can hold
30
my breath
seconds.
for 3 minutes.
The reason why I hate water is because my brothers used to hold my head under the water.
You're definitely not the one to do
Whoa.
this.
3
task.
minutes is
Yes.
how long I can go for,
That's because you've had practice, isn't it?
Range. Yeah. Wow.
unfortunately.
That's very unfortunate.
Unpack that later, buddy.
What about you, Cleave?
That-
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I've tested it many times. Wrangling things in the water.
The problem is,
Well,
if you go down, who brings you back up?
well, here's the question.
How long
What
are those-
exactly is our task?
Oh,
If
my,
we
my goal
remember-
would be to dry off the crystal and hopefully make it so that we can all get back down.
Dry off the crystal that is submerged in water.
Yes, but he can displace it.
Well, the
Above the crystal.
Did all the place started to?
yeah.
The entire place below started to fill until eventually it brought all the way up.
Wait, but it wasn't the crystal. It was the heart.
My father's.
Your
That-
father's
that-
heart.
Is it an inside
Yes,
joke?
it
Christian?
was
We'll
your
explain that
father's
later.
heart. Yeah, we'll explain
Did
that
anybody else find it odd that that creature seemed to have no interest in me?
The only
Yes,
one for
it-
Cleave.
You know what? It is not the time to think about that. We
It's just
need
the
to
magic.
find a way out.
It's
Oh,
the
it's just
magic
something I
'cause I was
noticed.
able to
I
speak to
noticed
it.
it wanted
That's why.
Cleave.
Yeah. It's because I was able to speak to it. I guess didn't like it.
Is that why?
Yeah.
What
I
did it say
suppose
to
so.
you?
Nothing. It was just obstinate. But I know that I could do it. I know from the moment I woke up that I can do that.
How do you know these things?
I'm
Because
starting.
I don't know if it worked this way for you, but when I woke up, it's like my last dream had been not quite a dream. It had been like a meditative state. Like I had chosen what I was going to be able to do.
Mine did not go that way at all.
Me neither.
Well, definitely mine did not go the same way. I want my father's sword, and I got this. I tried to do it.
I felt
So you kind of flex your muscle, and you feel that pulsate. Nothing.
Wait.
It's probably because you got wet. Have you tried shaking it off like he does?
That's probably true. I'll try when I am
Calagon,
less.
show him how you shake it off.
Oh, I shake what off?
The water.
shake
When you do
the water.
you kind of shake it like a dog. Did you learn that on the farm? Did the cows teach you that, Calagon?
I have scales. It just falls
That
off my
sounds-
body. I don't have
That's
to
very
shake
racist,
like a dog.
Rodrick.
Wasn't that you that shook like a dog during one of the?
That's not racist. It's that. Oh,
Didn't somebody
I
do
was
that?
talking about cows.
I have
I had
never
an-
seen
I
Calagon
had an
shake
itch.
like a dog.
You've never seen Calagon shake like a dog. I've seen it at least twice.
Have I ever seen Calagon shake like a dog?
No.
Okay.
You saw me get my tail stuck in the door once, but that's it.
I've never seen Calagon shake like a dog.
I'm gonna edit right in here the moment where Calagon says, "I shake like a dog." Last session.
I had an itch. It wasn't because of the
I'm
water.
gonna edit that in right.
I gotta make some art now of Calagon with his tail stuck in a door.
It was one time. I'm embarrassed.
Well then, I suppose the task is to dry off the heart and see if we can lower the waters. But how?
Hey, I have a question. We've only looked at going down from the cliff. Is there any way maybe we could climb up the mountain?
Or maybe fly. I've tasted flight before.
Have you?
I
What
have
does it taste like?
free.
Free.
My food for the last year, all tasted free. 2 years.
Free?
I know that. So yeah, it's a good taste.
You know that taste. Once you know it, that's what you crave for the rest of your life. For your hair to fly in the wind.
So is that a no, we can't go up the mountain? Or
Would you like to check?
I think we should. Because I can't swim right now.
And the water continues to rise, so we must be swift.
I'll do it. I'll swim down.
You sure?
But Cleave can hold his breath longer than you can, Rodrick.
Yes, but
You're just dying to be the hero, are you not?
I'm just dying to find a purpose.
It was your arrow that pushed him back.
Yes, but he didn't even want me.
He is still down there as well. Injured, but
I
down
did
there.
not.
He is.
Keep
But
that
he
in
was
mind.
focused on him. This is the problem. The problem. There's something about you in
It's
this
starting
cave.
to make sense.
There's something about you in this cave. I noticed it when we were down there. The heart of your father. Now the creatures flock to you.
It's not really the heart of your father, but sure.
Oh, you-
I heard him
Can you
say,
prove
my
otherwise?
Son, the voice in my head said, my
I
son.
heard voices in my head.
And
I
it was my
didn't
heart.
go around screaming, "Father,
Did
father,
they call
father."
you son?
Did your voices call you son?
Yeah, my dad was talking to you and
No.
he said, Arlyn, right? By your name, because you're not his son. So, but in any case, his heart's disintegrated.
Perhaps you take.
Oh yes,
No, no.
I forgot. There's no more heart. Oh.
All I'm saying is perhaps Arlyn takes fathers for granted. I don't. I understand what it's like to yearn for your father. And I feel for you. You lost your father today. And we will find him. But in the meantime, we need to protect him. It seems like the creatures flock to him. They want him more than us.
Maybe this is my father's cave.
This is all great, and we should think about this for sure. but I really want to get out of here, guys.
Yes,
look,
me too.
The water's
so I
filled
have
back
3
to
good
like your
berries left.
calves now.
I have 3 good berries left. I leave 2 of them with the group, and I hold just 1 on me, for just in case he's.
As it hits our caps, I pick my tail up to hold it
okay.
to not get wet.
And I pass. I hand one to you, and I say, this in a dire situation will give you a little bit more vitality, a little bit more health.
Okay.
So you
I'm
were
gonna take-
healing the squid?
Well, it also makes you full for the day. I thought he'd not eat us, but yeah, beggars
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
be choosers, but he was.
That makes sense.
Are you all in agreement to spare his life? Send me instead.
You know
Wait,
what? Maybe it is a
wait.
good thing he didn't want Rodrick.
Oh, because he's down there and they won't eat him.
Yes.
Look, I don't know if
Yes, but
If-
how are you going
I
to
don't- I-
dry off the
if
crystal?
he'd be able to dry off the crystal.
I brought with me a towel.
Fully prepared. He's got this handled, guys.
Arlyn,
All right, let's go back.
I pull the chains off my neck and I put them around yours. I entrust you with my father's chains.
I will hold on to these.
Rodrick, you were meant for greatness. You will be the voice for all generations. Don't doubt yourself. Calagon? I'll be right back.
You
I
don't
dive
have
in.
to do this,
Dive in, nice.
and then he
Okay.
dives in.
As Cleave
so-
goes for a dip, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
As he does that, can I roam outside to look at the mountain?
You gonna run outside? Yeah, for sure.
All right.
It's not stellar,
It's definitely much
but
faster.
I'm good at perception. 7.
7.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
As you remember,
that
it
mean?
is very difficult to see through the bioluminescent waters as you're moving. And so you kind of have to steady yourself and slow your pace in order to make your way around. But slowly but surely, you're able to kind of feel around, stop for a second, and continue forward.
And I do try to propel myself with the 5 feet of water at a time that can swish
Nice. Okay. And where are you headed?
downwards, right? Because so this is pre-stream, but the water all went from like this like little pond or whatever, a pool at the bottom, and then like swirled like a backwards toilet upwards to the ceiling, right? But it didn't
Arlyn.
fill the whole room, right? It just was like in its own.
Yes, for that time for sure, yeah.
But the whole room was
But
filling.
you did see that everything else around was filling already up
Oh,
until
maybe
that
it
point.
just finally caught up from the hole yesterday. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, maybe that means it's not. How does the stream feel when I'm not shaping the water?
Well, stream, how do you guys feel when he's not taking it
I was waiting for it.
The flow of the water.
Let us know in the chat.
That'll be our poll for today. No. It's not necessarily like strong, like it's pushing you back, but you can tell that it's a slow and steady kind of continual moving force that is pressing against you.
Cool.
Real quick, Arlyn and Rodrick, go ahead and make a perception check for me. And while they do that, what are you up to outside?
I'm just gonna run outside, look up, and investigate the mountain to see if there's any way we could climb, or if there's a area up where I could see that looks like we could venture in any way from that.
Yeah.
Instead of looking down, I'm gonna maybe look up.
Okay. Yeah, with relative ease, you see this passageway where the Komodo drake had let off, and it started to climb a little bit of a. It almost looks like a natural stairwell, if you will, climbing its way overhead above where you guys are currently.
I'm gonna run up the stairs and timidly see where the path leads.
Very nice. Inside, what did you guys roll?
A 5.
17.
17.
Dang,
Praise God for that, because what you see is
David.
a lot of thrashing as what was just a steady stream pulled out from behind Cleave, pushing him forward, immediately gets interrupted by the abrupt foaming of movement. Cleave. Does a 21 hit?
Oh no!
I'm swimming without my shield on, of course, so it would have hit no matter what. Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic.
This is what I was worried about.
Wait a minute.
Oh
Is-
no!
He's still
I should've-
damaged.
You should have been
From
healed.
This is what I'm worried about.
Okay. That is going to be an unfortunate 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
No.
I go briefly unconscious, and then shake it back off, as I have, relentless endurance.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Half orc.
Early? That's amazing. Oh, it's a racial.
It's a racial feat.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Oh,
feature.
boy, though.
Oh,
One
You
HP.
now
my.
find yourself just over this cusp. Right as you reach down, a tentacle meets you. As straight
Oh,
to the head,
no.
you just feel this beating, kind of knocking your vision out as you float down for a second. You start to kind of fade into consciousness as you see it whipping back. And as you follow it, you look down, and this pristine tentacle, unharmed by human or otherwise hands, seems to be from a creature
Is a whole new one?
not similar, not quite exactly similar, I should say, to the previous that you faced.
Oh no!
Gosh.
Turns out there are 2 of them.
I
goodness
would like to
gracious.
look behind it and go, "Whoa!" Right? Like just like first from the hit, and then I look behind it, and then with my still working speaking with animals ability, hopefully that I don't know that it works on them. I just like look behind it and scream underwater, "Sperm whale!" Sperm whale!
No.
Make a deception check at disadvantage. While I will question their intelligence with their already very bad intelligence and try to determine what this means.
Roll both of my head, buddy. Look at that, buddy.
Sperm
Come
whale.
on, come on.
Guy using all of his animal
So
knowledge
big.
against them.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is a 5, which means an
A
easy check.
5. A 5 is unfortunately low, yet still not lower than therefore.
Wow.
Go with the plus
My
1.
gosh, dude.
From their very, very poor intelligence, as this thing kind of just immediately like sucks back, almost like a turtle in its shell, and its tentacles, you see, as they kind of like sporadically squeeze in together and start to pull away almost instinctively, seemingly understanding you.
At least it didn't ink you.
In my head, I'm just like, that one did understand. He was just a jerk.
Alrighty.
My goodness.
As it pulls back, you notice it kind of starts to slow as it now gets a chance to look around. Go ahead and roll initiative for me again.
No way!
Arlyn, noticing it, I will allow you to jump in on this.
I 100%. I go, men! There's movement! After Cleave.
Alright.
Gone.
go
It's
ahead.
just Rodrick.
Yeah, Calagon
Okay,
is chilling
so
outside.
you don't hear me.
He's hiking.
I am I'm dropping my shield. I'm not gonna swim with my shield.
Okay.
And I am taking my sword and I'm diving in.
Okay.
22 on initiative.
22.
Oh man.
3.
I dive in before he does.
Alright.
10, if that's...
Fantastic. Right up top is Rodrick. As he says this, he takes a moment of pause as he starts to kind of undo his shield and toss that to the side. And before Arlyn's even able to get moving towards the water, you find your legs already moving on their own. What have you got?
I am in the water,
Okay.
and I'm swimming as fast as I can toward any sign of activity, which I would believe is Cleave.
Okay.
I am on a rescue mission, not an attack mission.
You get as far as you did here, a good like 10 feet away from Cleave still with just your regular movement. If you'd like to, you can dash.
I'm there.
Okay.
Oh man.
So, just darting forward, Cleave, you notice that an ally has joined the fray. As Rodrick, now just bolstered by purpose, finds himself between you and this giant octopus for a brief moment as he seems to be kind of pulling you back a little bit.
I'm gonna grab him underwater and kind of shake him and pat his chest. And
Let's go. Yeah, I'll probably
Does
need
it
that.
require a verbal component?
oh,
That
oh,
is
no. Let me check.
great question.
Here. I
You
don't
speak
I
whale.
don't think so.
You could speak whale.
Okay.
Here's what, through stirring words or music. Oh, through stirring words or music. Interesting.
Ah,
Can
So you
the
can't-
sound of my drum carry through the
Drum,
water?
that's true.
It's a
He's got percussion.
drum.
I don't
Ooh.
know.
I think to have it do
Have you guys ever
what
cracked
you'd
your knuckles
like for
underwater?
it to do, I'm gonna say make an Arcana check just to try to
But can't you
See
yell
if it's
underwater
magical,
enough
a
to...
magical drum.
just to see if
But
it
you would lose
distorts
air.
It. Yeah,
I know,
it's just
but
all
and
gonna
also
distort it.
stirring words. I'm not really gonna be able to say words per.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of can underwater. You could do it.
7 Arcana.
7. As you kind of thump away at your drum, the water seems to be kind of slowing your movement, just trying to reach to it to no effect. Unfortunately, currently.
Even if I put my hand to it and flick it.
Seems to be taking some time as it's slowly building him up. More of just like a very natural inspiration,
so
you know?
sad.
It's not quite
I'm like-
not quite divine inspiration yet.
I respond almost like I didn't really get it. I'm like,
Do I lose it on the
Thanks.
attempt?
I'll say no. We'll let that be since you're trying to kind of just get it up to pace there. Alrighty. Who? Yeah. However, for the first time, possibly to your joy, hard to say, you notice that this octopus doesn't reach for Cleave. Instead, it notices this bright orangey flare suddenly appear beside him in the water, and it reaches immediately for it with a 24 to hit.
oh my goodness, these things are swinging.
Yeah, I'm just rolling really high right now.
Sheesh.
Sheesh, indeed. Yeah, that's gonna be 8 bludgeoning damage to you, Rodrick.
Ow.
Gosh, dude.
Ow.
Okay. I'm bleeding. Underwater, which might attract more things.
Very well may.
And it seems like there's 2 of everything here, so...
This is rough.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. Next up, we have Cleave, followed by Arlyn.
Oh boy.
After I get hit, can I kind of like wide-eyed look at Cleave, kind of like with a face of we need to get out of here?
Yeah, no, I was already gonna go. The only thing was like leaving you, but I'm way more hurt.
Nice.
Well, actually, I don't know. You probably got pretty hurt. What did you just think? Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge. I'm gonna dodge and start going away.
Nice.
Not even what's it called?
Cool. Yeah, you do so, and with 2 things. Ooh, actually, your constant stream before, was that a regular? Was that a concentration anything, or was that something you were casting regularly?
Oh yeah, no, that was just like a continual
casting?
casting. Yeah.
All right.
Free one.
Surprisingly enough, it doesn't seem to attack you on your way out, as you can tell briefly that it still seems a little distracted, watching over its shoulder, if it had shoulders.
Sure. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, no, with relative ease, you're able to swim away, surprisingly, just kind of watching out for anything and nothing coming your way. Arlyn.
Okay, so describe kind of where I am in this vicinity here.
Yeah, you are still at like the foot of the water where it is just basically the shoreline essentially.
Okay.
And so you're watching as all this is going on, just as thrashes underneath the water, where you can make out, distinct movement from the light every time they start to whip around a lot. And you can see now Cleave getting pretty close back towards you, swimming now underneath that little like bridged area, that kind of smaller balcony.
Okay. I'm gonna swim downward,
Okay.
and as I pass Cleave,
You get just past him with your 30 feet.
okay. As I pass Cleave, I'm going to reach out and touch him, and I am going to cure you for 3 HP.
All right, that I could use that.
For sure.
With lay on hands. And I am going to be right there, ready for the next attack.
Very
Try
nice.
to tank this thing.
All right. Calagon, we'll get back to you in a moment, but Rodrick, you're back.
Okay. I am going to. Am I within touch of the creatures?
It seemed to have backed away a little bit.
Okay, then I'm going to dash out of there as fast as I can.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you're able to make it just outside the water.
Almost died. Is there anybody waiting for me
Oh, no, wait, no,
outside?
I'm not out yet.
No, you just fly past Arlyn and Cleave as you're swimming by, and you notice that Calagon is nowhere to be found currently.
I'm gonna lay down on my back and just heavy breathe as I ponder about the fact that I almost died on one hit.
Incredible.
I hate this cavern. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Calagon. Up top, as you seem to make your way up, you you know what? Here, let me show you a little bit better. You come out and follow this flattened, almost stairwell that leads to this kind of plateau above. Complete flat stone, and pressed in the edge of this this conjoining of stone, you see this smaller alcove where these, what you now have heard as Komodo drakes, are kind of bundled up together.
Okay, do I see any way to another part of the cavern through them or around them?
You can see that from here, the flattened portion up top does stretch around the mountain a little bit further. As far as any direct entrances from here or anything of the sort, not that you can see.
So, I'm sorry, so I could see that it still wraps around.
Yeah, there's like a
Not-
walkway.
Okay, but there is a area where there's drakes,
Yes.
you're saying. And inside that area, there's no doors or anything in there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very, very quiet and try to walk around a little bit further and see if it goes anywhere.
Okay. Are you gonna head towards the left or the right?
Right.
Right. Cool. All right. You can see immediately from here that this is a bit of a longer path, if you will, and it starts to stretch its way around the entirety of this mountainside, and you start to trek, and about halfway through what you can see visibly, there seems to be like almost a small rock slide, where you note it's going to take some careful climbing.
And I'm going to run around to the other side and see where's on the left side.
Incredible. All right, as you do, this one, much like what you saw below, seems to kind of sliver out and vanish into the
Vanish.
wall.
Okay. And then I'm going to head back towards where the guys are, or where I think the guys are.
Okay. All right, all right, all right. Inside. Now, out of initiative, you all find yourselves swimming for safety. One person after the next just dragging themselves up onto the dry ground, each noticing the completely glowing head-to-toe Rodrick just laid out flat on his back.
I lay down next to him on my tummy.
Oh, you guys look terrible.
I feel terrible.
We've come here to die. I've already made up my mind.
I walk over to Rodrick and I lay my hand on his shoulder, healing him for 2.
Very nice.
When do I run
Suddenly,
in?
I feel like I'm still going to die. Maybe just a little bit slower.
Say that you feel the water start trickling up onto your hand.
We really need to get out of here.
We've been saying that for hours now. Has anybody found a way out?
Has
Calagon.
anybody seen
Did I
Calagon?
run in yet?
Yeah, you run in
Okay.
right then.
Hey guys, I think what are you all on the floor? What happened?
Look at me.
I
Do you see the blood coming down my nose?
Yeah, what happened? What happened?
We keep getting punched by octopi.
Our plan was a total fail. That's what happened.
You saw the octopus again?
And it's another one.
Another
There's
one.
A lot of them. Probably.
2. Why is there always 2? I just ran up. I saw a path. There's one up there, but
16 legs. 16 of them. And they all chose me.
wait, both octopus? I thought we took care of some of the legs. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so there's a path above, but there's like a cavern where these 2 drakes are in, so we got to kind of be careful around them. Again with 2. But if we go to the right, there's a way that we can get kind of around, and it looks like it's a lot farther. And it might be a little dangerous on like stepping on rocks and stuff. But
It doesn't seem like we have time to rest, does it?
well, there's 2 octopuses in the waters trying to kill us, and then there's 2 sleeping drakes above us. Yeah, I don't know if we should rest here.
All right.
Should we take the long way?
We took our chances
take
with the
our long
water,
way.
and it's not worth it. I'll take my chances with the sky. At least there's one thing me and dragons have in common.
And that is?
And it's this guy. And then I lay my face back down on the ground.
Whenever you guys are ready, I think you should take a look for yourselves.
I think it's time to go now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I grab my shield and I start walking outward.
I'm gonna like freaking pick myself up super slowly because I've
I'm
just
going to help you up
gotten beat up so bad.
because you look just like you hit rock bottom.
I'm gonna start limping.
Do you need to limp? Does your leg
No,
hurt?
I'm just gonna limp. I want more
I went
help.
from trying to help you to like just letting you walk by yourself down.
Oh, man.
You guys are all met with a very similar view, and following around, you're able to see the creatures at rest. But you follow along just a little bit, and sure enough, you see a good like 15-20 feet of just rubble, just rocks, just separated, just poured out over top of this walkway.
Doesn't look easy, but I hate water.
Well, after that encounter, I think I hate water too.
Cleave,
At least the water's here.
The way you can move water, can you move this?
Wait, can I move what?
The rocks.
No, just the air and the water. Just the my sort of natural habitats.
I can try.
And what if we pour water in the rocks? Can you move the water to control the rocks?
Just let me try, Rodrick. I'm gonna use Mage Hand on a rock and move it to make the.
He starts to focus. You watch as almost extending from his own hand, this ethereal form reaches out and grabs a stone and drops it off the side.
One
I'm
stone.
gonna walk up to it and pick up another stone and toss it.
I'm going to get my shield and start using it as a shovel. Just like start
Wait, so
throwing
I'm
all
sorry,
these
wait,
stones.
is it that we're in? Maybe describe it again. I think I
So-
maybe missed it.
Here, let's see if this loads up real quick. So you guys are currently along this stretch here.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the side
Does
of the
it
cliff.
clear
There
up
you go.
Yeah, it comes
after
that
the
way.
rockiness?
Okay, and,
And
so there's just,
there's just a
it's
lot
not
of
tunnel,
rocks
It's just like
around this flattened portion that is a little bit more natural, but definitely walkable beyond that point again.
Okay. So it's just the
Just trying
the
to clear
struggle
the
would be, if
pathway.
we climbed it, it would be likely we'd fall at that point. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Okay.
Just trying to clear that pathway and kind of like make it.
Does it look
It
like it
is
would be
like
a lot
15, 20 feet of just
like
rocks.
boulders and
Of-
rocks?
Yeah.
Then-
Well, I
It
look
might be
around
worth
and I
our
go,
time. Even if we spend the rest of our day doing that, I would feel safer than. I'd rather
Going
be
down there.
patient than unsafe. Yeah.
that is very true.
I'm gonna try to firebolt
You guys
a
want
large
to
one.
help? So I'm still going. Because there's nothing else I can do. I have my shield and I'm just shoveling things out.
You watch as a streak of light flashes past you and just singes some
Wow.
of the stone.
Actually, there could be something to that. I could continually bring forth small gusts of wind, and anything under, I don't know, say, 5 pounds would be blown right off the cliff. So
Well,
you just keep blowing it into small pieces, and I'll just keep blowing
Definitely
them off.
worth a try.
Well, every single rock is under 5 pounds. So maybe individually you could whack it.
Would it be better to hit a rock with force damage than fire damage, I'm assuming? Okay.
Fire damage is not going to do anything.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use breath weapon against the next rock.
Oh,
Nice.
buddy.
Okay. You watch as these two friends join forces and step forward. And as Calagon starts to
Still
pull
digging on
back
my shield.
one
too, I
deep
go-
breath, you watch as Cleave does the same, and both at the same time, you see a forceful blast protrude from Calagon as everything hits. It all impacts, and a massive gust of wind just starts to just scatter most of the rubble away.
Whoa.
How does it look now?
Much more walkable.
Should have
There's
pretended
still
like
some
we've done
stuff
that
in the
before.
way, but it's definitely a lot easier to get around now that it's just a lot of the bigger pieces that are left that seem a lot harder to kind of break down.
Yeah.
Well,
Quick
Okay.
question.
if we were on a cliffside, I'd chest bump you for that.
Why not start with that one?
On what?
I'm figuring it out as I go, Rodrick. Would you like to help?
Um,
I'm gonna turn
still
around and start
shoveling.
walking. I'm gonna turn
I
around
missed it.
and start walking.
why not? Why not start with that? He started with his strong hand, picking up one rock and throwing it over the cliff.
I didn't know
got
if I could
options.
pick a rock up at all. I was just trying. I thought maybe I'd be able to pick up more, but yeah, it was one rock. Can you do that?
Man, can we continue, please? Enough with the pitter patter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think I'm starting to see things. We've been here for so long. I'm angry. I'm
Oh,
turning
you-
against my own brothers.
I can't wait to adventure with you for so long.
Can you take a rest out by that corner wall? The men do the work here.
The men.
Whoa. Hey, you don't say that just because it's true. You can't say things that.
Excuse me. Who are you calling not a man, Mr. Wispy Hair? And I'm casting Vicious Mockery on him.
Oh
Hey, do you
no.
believe that's a save?
That is a save.
Wisdom save?
13.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh no.
Okay. Can I decide to do like the least, or do I still have to roll? for
Yeah,
it?
you can absolutely.
Okay. Just
We'll say
one.
up to that amount.
Yeah, just one is fine. It's a 1d4, so just stick one.
No way.
Just to teach you a little
Was the
something.
insult Mr. Wispy Hair? Was that?
Yeah, that's all.
Mr. Wispy.
You feel suddenly surprisingly self-conscious as you put your hands through your.
And I can't touch anything. It's missed. Because it's missed. It's like I can't touch anything.
You shouldn't make fun of people with. You shouldn't make fun of people's appearances. And then I'm gonna press the digitation. You bald.
Take away your hair.
Is that a thing that I possibly can do?
He wouldn't notice it, but everyone
I'm just-
around
I'm-
gets
I'm just looking at you and I'm
visual
like-
for a split second.
I'm like, what'd you do?
Oh, it's like an image of
Nothing.
it.
I take out my sword
That
and
lasts-
I show him on the
That lasts for an
reflection.
hour.
As he moves
I turned
away,
around.
it seems to kind of fade with like as he moves out of it, and to your disappointment, doesn't seem to stick too well.
Oh.
It was fun while it lasted.
Don't make
All right,
an enemy
well,
out of me.
May we carry on,
I think
please?
we're getting guys.
I think we're starting to turn on each other. It's been so long.
The path ahead is fairly clear now at this point, where
Perfect.
it is definitely walkable.
Rodrick, you first.
I will.
Go ahead.
Okay, y'all go. I start
Starts to
walking.
walk around, and you all follow and make your way as this slowly bends and curves, winding upward around this mountain. And after a few minutes, you notice it reaches its peak, as the top of this mountain isn't pointed but rather flat, and stunningly seems to be carved out much like the inside of the ruins. As you reach towards it, you're met with one final mural similar to the back end of what you two just saw inside of the five,
More of these.
except it's none of the creatures that you saw previously. This looks almost like an animal, a dog of some sort, upright, still within this diamond, seemingly almost armored, as though it's a construct, a creation, not quite a real creature. It's carved into to look as though it was in fact fashioned in some way. And as you look on it, you can almost feel as though your own power is being drained away just being in its presence. And that's where we're going to take a quick short break.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
We
Soon
got an
as we
intermission
get
this
'em.
time.
What a
Yeah, right.
great first half, guys.
This is so awesome.
Wow.
We
Hope you guys are
finally know
enjoying this. This
where
is
we're supposed to
really
go.
fun.
Yeah, it's our first fight.
That was our first fight.
And
our first fight.
We've had
Our first fight.
immediately like, oh, we got powers? Yeah. Vicious mockery.
I'm going to insult you so hard.
Well, you did turn on me. You called me not a manly man.
Yeah. You made fun of
Technically,
my
I mean,
wispy hair.
Nobody is like a true human man here.
None of us are
Literally
men.
bunch
We
of
are
human
half
hybrids
men.
with something else, yeah.
I am a melf.
Man elf.
I just want to say
Interesting one.
that the thing that I
Melemental.
agreed with was just that we are men, not that you weren't one. He just said, "Let the two men." And I was just like, "Yep."
Okay, yeah, definitely
No,
misunderstood
I
that one on my
love
part.
Cleave. I love Cleave.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. All right, last we left off, everybody had climbed to the top of this mountain where it seems to have plateaued to this massive, seemingly carved out flat ground with one massive mural. Etched in the stone is this almost canine-like figure. This creature with what first appears to be long pointed ears, and over time you lot are able to tell that it seems to look almost like the head of a jackal on the body of a man, but not quite flesh, as there are parts and pieces, and this mural seems more like a mosaic, each part brought together by unusual little devices and things, each parts making up the whole. As you look on, you feel this drain. Almost this energy being pulled from you for a brief moment. And you see this deep purple glow pulsate one time and vanish.
the mural is on the ground?
Yes, it's just etched
And-
into the
Etched
floor.
into the floor. Okay.
And the
okay.
light was in the middle of that mural, or
The entire outline of the mural just pulsed with this deep purple glow and then vanished.
The light
yeah.
vanished or the entire mural vanished?
The light vanished.
Okay.
I know you guys just saw that.
What?
Yes, and I feel strange.
I feel tired. I don't know if I want to go on much longer, guys.
I think we may inadvertently have charged something just now.
Charged.
Did you feel the drain? I felt the drain. You said you did.
I felt it too.
I felt a
feel
drain, and
tired.
then it pulsated. Maybe it. I don't know. It took some of
Our-
what we got from Erendor.
Is there a way off this thing? Or?
If you would like to, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
14.
14. Yeah, with relative ease, you can make your way around the lip here, and slowly tracing the outline just around the mural, you're able to kind of watch as most of what you can see is still covered by just the clouds hanging low just below where you guys had previously been. Following the curvature of the mountain, you can see that it slopes downward here a little bit rougher. Seemingly no like stairwells or paths carved out anywhere else, as though somebody had intended to come up and down from that point previously where you guys had just risen from. Beyond that, it just slopes downward again, almost like the entire top of a mountain was just cut off for this mural.
So I'm going to take a step down towards that. Do I feel different as soon as I step off the mural?
So
Or do
you
I feel the same?
put your foot onto it for a brief moment. Nothing. You feel exactly the same.
Hmm.
Step back.
Guys, I don't know where this path leads. Doesn't look like it's meant for us to go much further.
I mean, you said we're supposed to encounter the drakes.
That was back there. We already passed them. They were sleeping.
But maybe they might be of use to us.
Go on.
If we can get them to let us ride them.
Wait, just really quick note. Out of character. Komodo drakes, are they winged or no? They're not winged, right?
These are not winged.
Never mind.
They're like more like what Komodo dragons would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Very
gigantic.
large.
These
yeah.
drakes did not have wings.
Okay. Understand. Kind of like you.
Yeah,
A lot like me, yeah.
yeah, gorgeous.
Baldy.
Just a marvel of creation, really.
Okay, that's enough.
I will say, the higher we go up this mountain, I mean, we're going farther from where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to hit ground. So unless we can find a way to get down suddenly,
Well, come take a look. I'm standing off to where the path would continue, which he described already.
if it's a path, I'm following it. There's nothing back there for us.
Well,
It's really just like where you guys had come from primarily. That is the path that was from the temple ruins up to this point.
yeah,
Beyond that, there doesn't seem to be much else.
yeah.
You can look down, and looking over the back of this mountain, you see where there is this overview where once the clouds let off, you can make out the glistening of the ocean that stretches far, far beyond Manshire. And past a certain point, you can start to see these yellowed, tan kind of dunes. And again, just as Erendor had shown you previously, you can make out the peaks of what look like mountains. Yet he told you were not. Instead, as you start to train your eyes on them, you can start to make out subtle shapes, almost carved into these mountains, where you can see that these are certainly not entirely natural formations. These seem to be crafted by something. something giant.
So when we see ocean, is there ocean like directly below us off this cliff?
So it's a little bit of land, and then just past that, about we'll say about a mile back, it's
Got it.
ocean following all the way along the coastline, as Manshire is pretty far out from the rest of the mainland there.
How many of these mountaintops can we see?
Make a... Oh no, you just made a perception check. You would see pretty clearly 3 of them.
Okay. Does it look like? Well, I guess. Okay.
There are
So it
other
looks like
mountains
there could possibly
within
be
sight.
more, but that I can only see 3.
Yeah, it's just they're
Okay.
faded far, far away.
Well, here we are at a dead end with another mural that we don't understand. But it looks like there's a couple more in the adjacent mountains. Why didn't he tell us how to get down this thing?
Maybe this is our first test. Maybe to be his 4 heroes, the least we could do is get off a mountain.
We did get up.
It's true. It seems so easy.
At first glance, it seems so easy, but maybe he took for granted that we can't fly. Most things with wings take for granted the fact that they can fly.
He gave us part of his powers. Maybe one of you could fly. Have you tried?
I did in my dream fly.
Fly or just jump really high.
You remember having floated down into the crowd, where the image of wings appeared, behind you, in your shadow.
It was
a bell
more
rock.
so a glide,
Falling with style.
falling with style.
Not quite helpful, but okay.
What do you
Think
think,
of-
Cleave?
A chicken.
Oh,
Chickens have wings, but they don't fly. In some ways, I am that chicken.
with no wings,
I understand.
nor the flying.
That was actually exactly what I needed to understand. I didn't get it before, but
I know.
with
I
you
need to.
now.
I need to contextualize things in animal terms for you.
yeah. Just in general, if we could do that, whenever I don't understand something, that would help a lot.
All of our analogies to you are going to be animal based.
Look, I'm with you. If you want to rest, I understand. I've certainly could use it, but
I just
we
feel
all
weak
just woke up,
here.
and if we want to just, at least right now, there don't seem to be any dangers. But perhaps if we could get a bit more cover, I would feel safer because we are still in the open.
And the drakes could wake up at any moment and just follow
Ah,
down
they're
the
cool.
path.
Drakes, they're fine. We
So-
met him. We met one. He was good.
So, question: we feel drained when we walked past that mural. Do we feel like we can do anything?
It was brief. There was nothing that seemed to kind of like entirely wear you out or anything. It just seemed like there was something like pulling at you for a moment. And it kind of came to a slow as that pulsed light just vanished.
At any moment, did we all stand on the mural at the same time?
Never.
Why don't we try standing on the mural at the same time?
For what?
For anything. I'm just trying to find a solution here.
I mean-
Calagon.
If it's not a bad thing when it drains us, then maybe it'll do something. It did seem to derive some power from us.
But did it? I just feel extremely tired. I'm going to try to use Mage Hand to pick up a rock and toss it off the cliff. Does it work?
Easy enough, yeah.
I don't seem like my powers have gone. It's just... I just feel...
Yes, but maybe it's...
So then it's not a bad thing? Is that what you mean?
Well, what you have to consider, you're thinking it backwards. You're thinking your powers have gone. But the last time that we felt drained was when we gained new powers.
That's
So
true.
perhaps...
It is true. That's the smartest thing you've said so far.
Oh,
You were so powerful you were on the ground. Remember that? You were like the strongest.
Well, let's all stand on. Arlyn? Should we stand on the mural?
I say anything is worth a try at this point.
let's do it.
Okay.
Just gonna walk over.
You all step forward towards the center of this mural. And as you gather at the core of this creature, standing there, after a brief moment, you watch as a dull purple light starts to glow,
Huh.
start to trace the outlines of this diamond mural. And then it begins to slowly find its way, curving through every etching, every engraving of this stone,
Follow it around, follow it around.
I'm
I get on
getting-
all fours like a cat.
slowly closer towards the center, towards where you all are. And after about a minute or so, this glow is directly beneath your feet. And you all feel that drain once more as you start to get tired.
Ugh.
And as it starts to fade, it's as though you rested without having to ever close your eyes.
Whoa.
You find yourselves feeling at 100%. Your good berries, having helped somewhat, don't seem to have done what this seems to have done in an instant. As the lot of you, bloodied from battle, start to feel around and look out for whatever wounds you had just a moment ago, and each and every one of them has vanished, miraculously.
Whoa. This. We've got to get this at like a house. We got to get this at the farm.
I don't think that's how this works. Rodrick, you were right. I feel so much better.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not bloody anymore.
Watch as the light vanishes, and you hear this cracking begin to start at the bottom left of this diamond mural.
Oh no!
As it starts to stretch all the way across, cracking all the way towards your feet, and all the way to the opposite end. And each of you guys go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh.
I'm good at those. At least.
20.
20, nice.
16.
Beautiful.
11.
11.
7.
7. Alright. So, this side of the table is doing pretty good as the other two
Oh no.
start to lose their footing. You guys are able to slowly catch your step as it starts to crack and concave inwardly. And you guys, as you start moving outward, what you got?
Can I get an asterisk for the fact that I was on all fours?
Is true. Unfortunately, definitely does not help in that you
Okay.
are still falling inward.
No.
Despite the healing, it is not a far drop, as you both take 3 points of falling damage,
Lovely.
as the
At
other
level
two
1, that hurts.
scatter.
You gave me those 3. Thank
you.
Yeah.
I would have been asleep.
Well, are
No,
we,
you guys
we
were back
went
at
back
health
out.
until
we're
that.
back. We're back at 11.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
back.
And down below, as you find yourself on all fours, looking up at the other two, where that crack is as kind of this new valley within this mural, you find yourself just laid out on all fours, just chest to the ground, rocks in your face. And you see another dull purple glow beneath you.
Oh, look at that! I found something down here. We found something. Me, Arlyn, and I found something.
Are you okay? That was a long fall.
It hurt.
I take the last good berry that's like that grew between these two fingers, kind of squished right now, but
Gross.
feel
Helpful,
a little bit better.
but
Can,
gross.
can we climb down to be on the same level, but like
Yeah, for
with
sure.
solid footing? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a steep drop. You notice that everything has just kind of broken downward, and it was just at the very center where it kind of
Yeah.
is the steepest from the top.
Cleave, what did he find?
There's something purple down here, like the energy that was coming from above. Maybe this is the source.
What does it look like?
It's
What does
glowing.
it say?
Does it?
Is it another mural?
Did you tell me and I didn't hear it?
No, there's
Okay,
just
alright, I
a
wanna make
glow
sure I didn't have a
underneath,
moment.
like the rubble there.
All right.
It's just coming from below. Come.
I see it too.
Ah.
We should dig our way out. See if we can see what's going on down there.
Can you breathe on it again, Calagon?
I was breathing on it to make him fall off, not to... We have to pick these up and move them to get under.
Maybe kick? I kick a rock.
I mean, yeah,
Go kick rocks,
with
bro.
relative ease.
Okay.
I thought you were going to go kick it at me. I was
Nothing.
about to be
No.
Yeah, so we'll start digging through these
Okay.
rocks.
Well,
yeah.
I'll just kind of start skedaddling the rocks, trying to get
doesn't
down.
take much to kind of follow where he was at, and as you guys start to dig, there's a small, nothing significant, purple gem, perfectly carved out, with this mote of energy just swirling inside of it.
I mage hand it.
So you
It's a good call.
As
lift
soon
it
as I
from
see a purple gem,
between these rocks, it floats up. You can all see as it's now just floating in the air.
Ah, it's like a flake of Calagon skin. The scales. Did that fall off of you?
can I grab it out of the air?
Yeah, for sure. You
I'm gonna grab
put your
it.
hand to it, and you feel its warmth. But nothing happens to you.
Arlyn, have you seen this before?
Have I seen anything like that before?
Make an Arcana check.
18.
18. Yes, actually.
Oh.
This is something called a spell gem.
Hmm.
And it seems to store some amount of power within it.
Is it reusable?
I go and I take it in my hand and get a really deep, close look. I say, as a matter of fact, I believe I have.
What is it?
I know people use it to store power and energy inside of it. It must have some sort of properties. But I'm not quite sure exactly what's in here.
Do you know how to get it out?
Yeah. By holding it tight and channeling your energy into it, you're able to release whatever energy is currently inside and kind of force it out.
Is there?
Okay.
Well, we
And
don't
there-
know if it's dangerous or not.
Yeah.
Yes, I do not know what properties are trapped inside of this gem.
Is there any way to find out, or do we? Is it just by letting it out?
Well, I believe unless someone has some arcane abilities to do that, it's the only way is to try.
Who should try?
Just now? We just got feeling better.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Would you like to try, Calagon?
I grab it
Seems like
Out
it
of your
is your
hands.
domain.
and I'm just like in awe by it. Then I close my eyes and I grasp it. And I try to feel the energy coming out of it. And
I
try
take
to
many steps
accept it.
back, but I prepare to heal him with healing word if I need to.
Okay.
Wow.
As you grasp it tightly, you feel motion in the palm of your hand. And then you hear a light, like, cracking sound,
Oh, now it's gonna break.
followed by. As you see a small little head pop up from between your fingers.
Oh my god.
A small little purple dragon. As
What?
it reaches one hand out, and it almost seems to grow a little bit as it finds its way, pulling itself from this gem as though it was hatching itself out of an egg,
Wow.
and kind of slowly pulling up around your hand and around your wrist. Finally, it finds itself stretched out across your forearm as it
Cleave.
And-
Cleave, look at this.
pops out these small little wings.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't a spell gem or
That's-
whatever it was
that's-
named.
That was
just
not
had
what I
wings.
was expecting.
It's just a dragon egg.
Guys,
Responded to his mummy.
it's a gem dragon.
Huh.
Is it
It
like
has-
that? Is it like purple? Like
It looks
like his
fairly
skin?
similar at the very least. Make a nature check.
Sure, I will. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. You know Calagon well, but you've never seen an actual like amethyst dragon hatchling before. So it's hard to say, but it definitely bears a lot of similarities to him. That being said, there are a lot in terms of, draconic lineage and similar creatures. But it certainly could be, we'll say. It definitely seems to bear a lot of the similar markings.
I'm having the craziest deja vu right now. Calagon, do you remember the day we met?
Yeah, I try not to.
This is sort of like what I thought I was looking at. I thought.
But this
thought
has
there was
wings, Cleave.
Well, I didn't. You were under the water.
Ugh,
I just saw you, beautiful little dragon head.
don't call
I
me
looked down.
beautiful.
It was just. I mean, the way the purple light shines off of you in the water is just.
Yes, and then you jumped on me while I was swimming.
Yeah, well,
Another reason why I hate water.
I wrangle.
Another reason why I hate water.
Every time I get in it, something happens.
I
You try to wrangle
said
me like I was
sorry.
some beast.
Well, I just wanted to show the kids. They would have had a great time. Look, I'm having a great time looking at this thing. Are you not? Look at him.
Kind of
Tell me
looks
he's
up
not
at you
beautiful.
wide-eyed.
I think it thinks I'm its mummy.
How's the crystal looking?
The crystal looks gray and drained,
But still intact.
but still intact.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna put the crystal in my pocket. I've heard stories. Obviously, I resemble these creatures. So some of the elders in my family pass down stories, but I've never seen one. I didn't even think any were still alive. What are we gonna do with it?
Look, give it your berry. Look at him. Look at him. He's new. He's gonna be
Do
hungry.
you have a berry on you?
I gave you one.
Oh, you gave me one? Okay. I'm just gonna hold my hand out and feed him.
Just
Try to
like
feed
this
him a
light little,
berry.
As it reaches down and starts to kind of like poke at it first with the edge of its nose, and after moving it around for a little bit and sniffing, it slowly kind of reaches out its tongue and
Oh my goodness, you're so cute.
Look
mean-
over to you guys. I'm just
Well,
like
this is very strange.
he doesn't want to be
here.
called beautiful, but that's what
Guys,
now
we-
he knows how I felt.
We have to keep it. If anyone sees it, they'll kill it. It's a dragon.
That is
You're right.
true.
We gotta
Well,
bring it
Are
back
you going to
words.
take care of it?
It's gonna get huge. We have to bring it back to where it's from. But
How do you know where it's from?
I
It's
don't.
from here now. It belongs to us.
What should we call it?
Mm,
Purple berry. Berry for short.
We'll call him Barry.
very.
Bury the dragon.
We could workshop this later.
Only when he's dead.
For now, we'll call him Barry. Barry, you're staying with
Alright.
us for now.
I think that he might solve our problems of not being able to get off this mountain. How fast does a dragon grow?
Not fast, but
Maybe not
usually
that
when there's
fast,
an
but-
egg.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, no, yeah. They usually don't hatch that fast either.
Yeah.
From anything that small, he
Well-
has grown pretty fast so
Well, the
far.
thing is that he's here, but I mean, what he's implying is that maybe there's a mother lying around,
Ooh.
Not lying, flying.
flying around. You think we landed in a nest,
How did an egg get here?
maybe placed quietly?
We don't know how long it takes for an egg to hatch. for
Maybe
a
we were
dragon.
meant to find the egg.
Maybe it really was a spell gem, like you said, and you teleported a baby dragon from its mummy's nest somewhere in the world, and it arrived here. And now she's missing her baby. We have to bring it back.
That sounds an awful lot worse, like just finding a dragon.
But one day when we bring it back, imagine how grateful she'll be. Assuming she's far away.
Assuming
in the
she
next
doesn't
room.
think we took it.
From what I hear,
We'll know him by then.
You know what the big issue is? The big issue is that she just had a baby, and we are food, and she's probably out looking for food right now for her baby that was
people-
supposed to hatch.
we haven't seen gem dragons from what people tell me, ages.
I mean, I've never seen a dragon in my life. This is the first time.
If we wait long enough, maybe she'll think it's Calagon.
Wait a second. Can I inspect the dragon?
Can you inspect the dragon?
Yes, I want to see if it's full of slime.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I just want to be on his little chin.
9.
9. None that you can find.
Okay. What similarities does it have with Calagon?
From what you can tell, it's purple.
That's the only one. Okay.
True.
Beautiful. Calagon. Give me your best dragon cry.
Not doing this right now. We have bigger problems.
Calagon, give me your best dragon cry.
We're not doing that right now. We have to figure out how to get down this mountain.
Yes, this is the way how.
Are
Dragon
you looking
breath.
for like a baby dragon? Or?
That's what I'm doing.
You can do
Dragon
your
breath.
breath weapon?
Not towards
him,
him, but
yeah.
off the mountain.
Wow. This small creature on your arm, you can feel as the claws dig in around your forearm, and it pulls its head back and instinctively kind of closes its eyes, pulling back away as you kind of all the way off the mountain. It is a loud, forceful blow, but not quite the roar that you would expect.
Poor Barry.
Look, you made me scare Barry.
I didn't tell you to blow off the mountain.
That's the cry of his lineage, is it not?
Wait, that was you crying?
Oh, you wanted like a wah cry?
Yes, I want to cry. Emulate the baby dragon.
Ah, you do that. You're the performer. You're the voice of the generation. He's part of our generation now.
I guess I'll have to.
Yes, Rodrick.
And then I suddenly
Perform.
become a dragon.
What?
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 Okay.
Okay.
How do you do so?
I become a dragon
A baby
that
dragon?
is about the same size as me and is kind of in a weird humanoid form, but it looks a lot like that baby dragon.
I'm gonna cover Barry's eyes.
Hey.
It's monstrosity.
So I want to preface. I want to preface also. I just really wanted to accomplish this, and I didn't actually know I did it. I just did it in like my efforts of being like somebody has to pretend to be this baby dragon, and then in that I contorted into a weird looking humanoid baby dragon.
Oh,
Method acting is what you're saying.
disgusting, Rodrick.
Have you always been like Calagon, just in disguise? We didn't know.
Me. I touch myself. Does it feel scaly?
That is a fine question. What did you do to
It depends what you casted.
Disguise self.
disguise self? Ooh, I don't believe so.
I don't believe so
doesn't.
either.
It
Because
doesn't.
a touch, it
Full
doesn't.
illusion,
For
yeah.
sure it doesn't.
Yeah. So,
And it would be
As you look
humanoid,
down,
like you said,
it-
so it'd be like him.
softens as you press what you expect to be hardened scale, and your skin just kind of moves as it normally would despite the visual.
Oh, it's still me. It's just kind of
You don't look like you.
a layer.
No, maybe this
You
was
look
the real him.
hideous.
Whoa,
hideous.
whoa.
You and I could be
Hey.
brothers.
You're. Listen, I'm a half breed, but not like that. That's disgusting.
Well, anyways, what is the point of all this?
The point of all this is
I got
this.
a dragon now.
I'm gonna
That's the
get down
point.
on all fours and I'm gonna go.
Ugh.
Is it convincing at all?
Make a performance check for me, and let's find out.
23.
Wow.
You've certainly
The
caught
The
Barry's
greatest
attention.
performer of all time.
You've caught Barry's attention as confused as possible. This small creature pulls its wings in and with like that dog head tilt, just kind of looks your way, just staring, focused now.
We can call its mother. I'm still on all fours, but I'm looking up. I've been talking to them.
I would like to collectively integrate
sit around for 10 minutes. If we all just like pass 10 minutes, just sitting around, just waiting for the mom to show up, I would love that.
Oh no.
Continuously calling out and doing your best amethyst baby dragon impression. You waste 10 minutes.
No!
And watching as this creature's head just bobs back and forth on occasion for a time, and then eventually seems to kind of get bored of you as it turns back to Calagon and starts trying to climb its way around him.
Actually, just because
Not
I happen to
fair.
say 10 minutes, this occurred to me now, but could I have done a ritual, like a free speak with animals during that time? So that by the end, hopefully, if the mom came around, I could try, even though
I mean, yeah.
Joel knows that doesn't work, but
Yeah. For sure.
Do baby dragons know how to speak dragon as babies, or do they have to be taught by their dragon moms?
wild.
You would have to
That's
find
a
out by
great
talking to the
question.
dragon.
I try to talk to it with my
Well,
animal
speak with
speak.
animal?
I can speak as well.
Okay.
A
Oh,
draconic.
you want to have done it the whole time too, so we both were like reffing to talk to it? I love that. Just
While you're being you, we're gonna be talking to the
We're just
fairy
like,
dragon.
hello.
You're so cute, aren't you?
Now, do you
Kind
hear
of
us?
looks up at you.
What do baby dragons eat? Not berries. We gotta find this. We
kinda
gotta
We'll have
find
to
this
find
guy
something
food.
better long term.
Looks
Yeah.
around
Wait, I had
as you
tentacles.
say that.
Oh, I can do
Oh.
that later.
Us.
Is there anything? What should we feed him?
I
What
do
does he
have
like?
I do have
What do
tentacle
dragons-
frozen tentacles now. We can cook. I mean, they eat meat.
Okay, I guess seafood for dinner.
We can do a bit of that
Should
later
we,
on.
should
Yeah.
we start a fire or?
Are we camping? I mean, we sort of we're rested now. If we want, we could
he's
just
chirping
walk.
for I don't know how long. How long are you gonna do this, Rodrick?
Oh yeah, it has.
You just, off to the side.
At this point, I would have like climbed up a little bit higher than everybody. I'm just like off the little edge of the cliff, still calling out for the mom.
Looks like a lizard. Called up on all fours.
I'll do this until I stop looking dumb doing it.
You're gonna be there a really long time.
And so the four horsemen leave Rodrick behind eventually.
The dragon is.
And that was the last we saw of Rodrick. He's still,
Oh,
someday
no.
he's still up there pretending to be a baby dragon.
Oh,
You go up there, and at a certain point, you just kind of look around, and clearly nothing within earshot, at least, seems to be hearing you and having its attention caught by you, other than the baby dragon for a brief moment.
You know, it was a solid attempt.
I will say, after 1 hour, I literally just turned into Rodrick still.
Sorry.
That was the anger.
I don't know if this will make you feel better or worse, but the thing we tried didn't work either.
Well, I'm sure. Is there anything to create a fire with around us? Probably not. Huh? It's just all
I
rocks.
think you guys have some things within your packs that you would know can definitely do so, but around you, it's pretty much all stone and water down below.
Yeah. Do you have any wood?
Komodo drakes.
I think he had some torches.
I do.
I don't know if we
Can
have
I-
spare wood. I don't have
Barry's
spare wood.
hungry. Can I make him a small meal of calamari?
Of calamari. Okay. So I grab one of my torches
Mhm.
and I ignite it.
Nice.
And
I'm gonna release the ice
I-
form on it, all the ice.
I just
I'll mage hand
Placed it?
the squid piece over the fire.
Wow.
while it's cooking. Ouch.
Huh?
He's
At
gonna
least put
mage
it on.
hand.
Mage
Oh,
hand.
mage
Mage
hand.
hand it
I would,
up.
I'd,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's actually beautiful. Wow, we can actually
Yeah, no, that was
great cooking method.
Yeah.
wonderful.
So yeah, when it's done, I'm gonna try to see if he'll eat it.
Yeah, as you kind of slowly float it back and wait for it to cool after a moment, you can almost tell that it thinks it smells delicious.
It's so cute.
And something in you starts to stir as you now start to feel the same concepts, the same emotions that this small creature seems to be feeling as you start to salivate. Not even thinking much on the food as you're fixed on Barry here, and you start to feel the same things. And for the first time, you start to feel this link between the two of you. And it's almost like the thought overwhelms your own mind of, And you can tell for the first time that that's Barry.
I'm protecting this thing forever, guys. Sorry. He's mine now. And I'll take some of that calamari too.
He just kind of slowly and starts picking away at it. And as he kind of bites down, you see like there's like this brief pause, and then he has to he kind of whips his head back to try to tear the meat off.
Are you done? Is Rodrick done at this point?
Yes,
And,
I've been done. I'm
he's
here. I'm
just
I'm
Oh,
ready.
you've been watching.
Yes, I'm just watching.
Would you like some?
I'll take some.
Okay. Let's cook some more.
Screaming
'Cause this
is
is ours. So I'll
A
cook some
very
more.
hunger-inducing activity.
I'm gonna keep one.
I would also
one of
like
them
a
frozen
little bit.
still in the bag, because I'm not hungry, but I do want to try it. I do want to have some too. But yeah,
All right. So I'm gonna cook you guys food.
right on.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
I love it.
You guys rest up for the evening and starts to take some time, having watched Rodrick for the better part of an hour, just screaming first as some form of dragon-born looking unusual hybridized creature, and soon after as just Rodrick, eventually coming down to meet the rest of you as you all sat around feeding your new friend Barry. Now drained of most of your energy and no longer crackling with electricity or anything of the sort, you find peace up here.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did like the fake long rest like expire? What do you mean?
No?
Oh, okay. Are
You
we
guys are
done
just-
for the day? Are we trying to like actually
You
like
guys are
retire
just
for the day?
resting for a moment as
Okay.
you're just sitting around the fire and enjoying time with Barry.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in that time?
Can I look around the room?
I
do
mean,
I s-
right now you're just in this unusual kind of concave crack where you guys have made a small
Oh.
clearing below. It is surprisingly warm to the touch, this stone down here. And you noticed up top that this is the only mountain peak without any snow around.
Wow.
There's something strange about this mountain.
What about it?
Well, look around. All the other ranges seem to be capped with snow. Why is this one bare?
It could be a volcano.
Certainly, it's not in my experience so far been a normal mountain. That's for sure.
That is very true, yes.
A volcano with a bunch of water rushing inside of it? Not likely.
Yes, but the heat could be coming from under, and then the water is just laying atop.
Maybe
I mean,
it
the
boiled
water's
all the water?
magical. Let's be real here. Is it even water?
It was magical.
It glows. It's
It
not
became
even
a
water volcano.
puddle of death after it stopped
Are those a real
glowing.
thing? I'm not that well traveled. Are there water volcanoes?
Yes, they're called geysers.
It's a geyser.
But above ground.
It's an above ground guy. Are they usually underground?
They're
It's
usually
an
in the
above
ocean.
ground. It's an
Wait,
out
no,
of the
or,
ocean geyser.
Yeah, they are.
They're
They're
all-
usually like just a hole in the ground.
There are
right?
variants, of course. You know,
It's
you
a
find
geyser
holes in
Underground
national
guy-
parks and things.
It's a
There's
not
geyser
big.
under a mountain
you know.
making a volcano. Are they big?
Geysers.
Not
Not
particularly.
usually, no.
No.
It's a big, not under the ground, leading into a mountain geyser.
An unusual name for this mountain, having never been named that you guys are aware of.
We're gonna call it
So what do you think,
That's what
Arlyn?
we
the
could call our
geyser
group.
up the mount.
The geyser. We're just the geyser.
The
geyser.
Me
geysers.
and my 3 geyser.
I see.
I'm the 4th geyser.
Well, I mean, don't leave out Barry.
Oh yeah. You
Well,
one of the
it's-
guys.
we don't know
you?
if
Barry
is
even
A guy
male
or a girl's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys
sure yet.
or girls.
Wait, do you know how to check the?
No.
Oh, do dragons?
Yes.
How?
We'll talk
Oh
later.
hell yeah. Give you privacy later on. You can
Talk
explain
later.
it. Have you never had to talk? Did you have a dad? I'm there, his shoulder, and forehead to his forehead. I cry with him, like, no, we're in the same boat now.
That is so
We're in the same boat now. No way.
I mean, I do have. I think I can open up to you guys. I've known you long enough. I have this book. It's all pages written by my dad. But I'm too afraid to read it.
Really?
Yes.
Read it. Why would you be afraid?
Well, they're meant to be songs, and I've heard great things about him from the village, from my mother, and the shaman and everybody else within the village. They spoke beautiful things of him, but my mum stressed me that it's in my blood and I should pave my own way, and she gave me the book as a way to inspire myself, but only when I need it most.
That would be a really nice time to be inspired. Barry can't swim.
Barry can't swim.
He's a baby. We can't take him through the... I was thinking we would just all go and try to defeat the octopuses ourselves and go with our
There's
previous
no defeating
plan,
the octopuses. I give up on that plan. I was almost killed in one shot.
Well, this is a dead end as well. What are we gonna do?
Oh, wait, is this a
Maybe-
dead end?
Generally speaking.
Oh, no.
As far as
Maybe
we know
what we
right
should
now.
do.
Maybe we should just
Jump?
jump.
Wait, wasn't there
Jump.
another... Jump. Yeah.
Jump down?
It feels like it's the only thing we have not tried.
Well, if it doesn't work, I guess we'll never know.
We'll know for about 2 seconds.
I don't want to jump. You guys did the float thing. I don't know. I'll fall like a rock. And Barry.
Well,
Can't
see-
fly yet.
Can you do it like the other guy did, where you catch us?
Can he fly?
Well, there's only
He
one way
looks
to
up at
find
you
out.
and he just nods.
Oh, he can. Oh, he can.
There
Barry
is
can
only
fly.
one way to find out.
I mean, you did test it, so... Yeah, we did a safe way to find out, so maybe it's still... Right?
Is there
Wait,
a
maybe let's do a safe
small-
version of the one where you catch other people first. Then we'll know. Right? Like a smaller cliff, yeah.
I asked
Well-
Arendor for one thing. I asked him for Niall's power. And Arendor looked at me and smiled and said, "You are the strongest of the 4 horsemen."
I call hoax.
I'm pretty sure we disproved that earlier.
You're right. I'm gonna track back. He did say, though, "I will grant you Niall's," but no, he didn't say that either.
Oh my gosh, Rodrick.
But I felt confident he did. And you saw me, I floated. I was tied to the chain, and I floated. And that's all I need to know. I can make you float too. We'll all float down here, Calagon.
It was shockingly similar to what you'd previously experienced with Niall Rourke.
We could all chain ourselves into one big group of 4.
That's very
Lock
smart.
it in.
That is smart.
Jump together.
See, if he can do it and I can do
and
it,
we will all get
How do you know how much you can do though? Like, weight wise, is there a limit? We don't know these things.
I don't know what the limits are, but neither did you. And you blew rocks off a cliff. I mean, that's not much.
knowing it is racial for me,
Compared
do I
to
know a
jumping
little
off
bit
a
more
cliff.
information about this?
You unfortunately
Features?
don't know much about your race.
Well, I know about
So it's-
my mother.
As I say, it's
So
all
I wouldn't
largely
knew that I
new,
could
but
do it.
you get an idea that each of your abilities seem to be some sort of combination of your lineage mixed with this dragon's power having awakened something in each of you. So, yes, generally speaking, there is something about it that almost seems natural to you.
Is there
Okay.
a larger rock by the edge?
A larger
Possibly,
rock by the edge.
that I could kick
Not
over?
out on the top of this portion, but definitely down below. There are there are larger rocks as far as like not like boulders, but like if you want like a
Yeah.
just like a
Something just
baseball size
decently heavy.
something or
Okay.
yeah.
Rodrick.
They're in the crack.
I'm
If-
gonna kick this rock off the edge.
Okay, I'm following.
If you can make it land softly on the ledge down below, I'll trust you.
I don't know my limits.
Well, let's figure it out, and I kick the rock.
You would know perfectly well in your mind that a rock is not gonna cut it, and that there's something almost like the organic wings of a dragon that seem to billow out from your spirit, if you will, when you felt that falling, and that a rock itself wouldn't be able to sustain itself in that glide as it fell forward.
I can't do it to that rock
Then how do I know you can do it to me or Cleave?
because I just know I can't explain it. But don't you trust me?
What do you think, Cleave? Cleave
I would have
trusts
said yes.
everybody.
No, I would have said yes if he didn't just lie to us like 3 times in a row as your preamble to doing this.
Think of it, Cleave.
Can we-
I have so much to live for. I haven't even read this book.
I mean, he's putting it on his own safety. I
Yes.
think he would at least believe it then.
I'm willing to tie myself to you. If you continue to fall, so will I.
Read a song out of that book.
Read a song off of my dad's book.
Yes.
Before
No.
I die, I'd like to be entertained just a little bit, if that's
No.
okay.
I can't do that. I can't
I
do
think
it.
it would be rather important if we don't know the outcome of our choices to
I
at
can't-
least
Do it.
gain
So not my
that
nature to disagree
insight.
with you, right?
I can't.
I don't disagree with you.
If I do it,
I don't disagree, but I don't
it
agree
means
with-
I don't believe in myself. I can't do it. This is for a different time. Do you trust me?
That's a strong.
I want to.
Die down there or die up here, Cleave.
What do you think, Barry?
Let's see what Barry thinks. In fact, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
For Barry.
For Rodrick, just generally
Let's see.
speaking for everybody, but
Oh, yeah.
Barry is part of the crowd, so
15.
15. You watch as Barry jumps down and puts his wings out and falls down and just lands softly and just looks up at the lot of you. And he seems to be at peace, as though, falling doesn't bother him.
If it wasn't for that last thing you just said.
Falling doesn't bother him. He's a dragon.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, this is great.
Spiral.
Arlyn, you first.
Well, you see, I can do it myself.
I know. I'd like you to catch me if I fall.
Wait, did you drop something off of a smaller cliff just now, like the one we fell down, right?
He just like tossed a rock, yeah.
All right.
But
so
you guys
di-
are
can
like
we-
on like tier 3 now of like the rings around the mountain.
So why don't we just
definitely
left
want to
below.
go to the lowest.
Yeah.
Like,
why don't we do the
place.
jump that we already fell down, right? And test it then. If either one of you can catch all 4 of us, then we know the other one can catch all 4 of us on the other one, on the bigger one.
That is true. It seems like we both have that same ability. I say, let's go with that plan. Let's
Very
test it
nice.
on the 20-foot drop.
All right, Arlyn, you first.
We gotta
But
walk-
only
we
do it
gotta
Still all
walk
of us
to
jumping
the-
now. All right, chain up.
I can only do it once, but that means we must scale down to the lower levels.
He said scale.
Fantastic.
So,
You guys start walking your way down.
I start leading down to the lower levels.
Cool. All right.
Oh wait. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we could just go to the cliffside.
Go
and
to
do
the
big one.
small,
One
like,
to-
step that we were playing in last episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll test it there because it's not a far drop.
By the way, is water just like leaking out of the cliffside up top? What's good up there?
Yes. So
At this point,
from what
wow.
you can see, as you guys start to make your
It's a
way down to the
waterfall.
second tier, you look down, and because the plateau seems to slant upwards a little bit, you notice that water seems to just be pouring out of the sides.
Oh wow.
Too many animals seem to be pouring out of the water, pouring out of the sides.
Not that you see in the brief watch.
Okay. I'd love to see just the
Overall, they probably are.
squid
They're-
just fall.
Squid flying at us. Bunch of octopus. Okay, let's go. I say, let's try this plan and take our bets.
All right, so we link up and we jump off a little cliff, mini cliff.
Okay, so we get to the bottom and I say,
Avanti.
well,
Sorry.
we should tie the rope so we can get back up safely.
Yeah.
And I will cast it on all four of us.
Arlyn, you said you can only do it once.
That is true,
Okay, so why are we wasting it?
because you
Because you
can
can do it
also
another time.
do it.
Yes, I can also do it, but
But that'll be for the one that matters.
I don't know if I could do it more than once.
Well, when we jump off the cliff, we won't need any more
We
times.
won't need more than once.
If you say so.
Make an intelligence check.
Zero.
Wow.
Sounds good to you.
That tracks.
Okay.
They're all in agreement.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
All right, here we are. All right, get the rope over there. Get the chains on us, and
Do you
Geronimo.
feel? Listen, I can confidently say that I can do it at least once.
Said, wait.
I don't know if I can do it more than once.
Why would you need to do it more than once?
Because it's a far drop.
Well, you just wait till we're closer to the bottom, and then you do it.
Niall could do it more than once.
That's a great. I think I'm starting to understand. I think his idea, tell me if I'm wrong, is we use his ability to the maximum fall. And if it doesn't reach to the bottom, then I can use mine.
So no test.
No test.
We tested already.
I can use mine.
What? You said you could use yours?
What did you just say, Cleave?
Can you do it too?
I haven't tried it with the fall yet, but I can blow the wind around just like you. That's what you're doing, right?
No.
Maybe I have a different thing.
All right. Worst come to worst. Calagon, as we fall, you face down. When we reach about 10 meters, right? It's not America. we reach about 10 meters away from the bottom. You blow, baby, blow. Okay.
What the force damage?
Want me to
I'm hoping.
breathe fire to
No.
where I'm falling?
Force.
to.
I don't
I want
think
you
you
to
breathe
breathe
fire.
force,
Yeah, and I'll do it with the wind.
propulsion.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Wait.
Full leap of faith, then.
We already tested it yesterday. We can do this now. I think we're ready.
Yeah, hold on tight to the chains.
Here goes nothing, Barry.
And
All right.
fantastic.
I grabbed
Here
them
goes nothing, Barry.
and I take a step off the cliff.
Wait, do we go to the cliff? Like,
So you guys are at the very edge of the cliff where you met Arendor, and you're just gonna step off.
Can we get to the lower portion, please?
Well, I just figured if we get to the very tip.
All right. I am now
you
hanging
won't
by
hit-
the chains off of the cliff.
If we
Okay,
get to the very
let's
tip, You
see.
don't hit the mountain, right?
Everybody
You get
make
to
a
the bottom.
strength saving throw for me, other than Rodrick.
Guys,
Oh.
goodness gracious.
Oh no.
15.
1.
19.
Luckily, the 2/3 of you are enough to pass.
I wasn't trying very
As-
hard.
Calagon, next in line, you slip up for a second and just bust your butt on the stone. As suddenly Rodrick is off the cliff, and as you start scooting back and just scratching your nails, along the ground. You watch as the other two start frantically pulling back and pulling the both of you back towards them.
Now, where were we?
Guys,
Conversation?
it starts with believing.
Wait, were we at the edge?
What?
Were we at the top, very
Yes,
edge?
we were at the
Oh, then yeah.
we were at the edge.
Nah,
I
I'm
walked
with you
off.
then. Sorry. I didn't, you didn't give me a 1, 2, 3 or anything. I don't know. Ready, set.
Okay, is that what you need? A count off.
Yeah. Yeah, I could use that.
Okay. Ready?
Do we go on 3 or on go?
We'll go on go. No, fly. We'll go on fly.
Fly. Yep. Now I'm in. That's what I needed.
Ready,
Fly.
Calagon. Ready, Arlyn.
I'm ready.
1,
2.
3.
Fly! Watch as Barry peels away from you and takes to the skies. The rest of you start to drop, and you feel your gut just flying up into your throat.
Oh god, this was a bad idea.
And just hair and skin
Just my
pressed
middle front
back
hair
into
just
the wind as you guys break through the clouds, and you see the swirling of bloodhawks beneath you.
I
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
And
guys.
that is where we're gonna end for tonight.
You can't survive
Well
the
done.
Bloodhawks.
He'll be
Oh
fine.
my
He
god.
can survive the
Rodrick.
fall.
Falling with us?
Put him in
And
your
we
row.
can't survive the fall. It's gonna be great.
You should have
All
put
of
him in your pocket.
He flies.
He does. He,
the Bloodhawks
think he
are
was just
below
born. I
below
don't think
the.
he knows if he
We're
can
below the
fly.
clouds.
I think that he
Flies?
did take off. You definitely see that
Oh.
much, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
my
goodness.
God.
That was crazy.
Well,
Ah.
here goes
Next,
nothing.
next session will be in memory of Barry. It'll
That is true.
we'll just,
That is
we'll
true.
just start there, and
We're gonna have to create a new character.
Well,
Calagon's gonna die of sadness.
Oh my god.
He's just gonna choose to fight the Featherfall and just nope. Nah.
Wow.
Oh,
Man,
man.
that was awesome. All right, we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining along, and of course, we will see you back here next week. Have a good one, and God bless.
Later.
Have a good one.
Wait, before you guys head out, my name is Nick. I play Calagon Dör in our campaign, The Four Horsemen, on our show Divine Inspiration. I just wanted to share something with you that I've struggled with in the past. I was not always a people person. I always wanted to do life alone. I didn't want to go to people with my problems. I wanted to solve them on my own. And I'm here to tell you that's just not how it works. That's not how we were created. In Proverbs, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. I also have a scripture here for you. Romans 12, 9 through 10. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourself. That can't be more true. Once I started to do life with people and actually have people help me and become a better person, my walk with God has never been closer. And I'm here to encourage you, don't do life alone. We're not created to do life alone. Find a friend, find a family member. We need help in this world that we live in. So thank you so much for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. And we'll see you next week. That was this week's Divine Inspiration.